Morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us on Monday morning, October the 6th. And I'm Joe Callahan. Around the Coffee and table, we say good morning to Dave Richards. Good morning, Dave Richards.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Lovely day.
And from the town of North Smithfield, the head honcho, the top dog, the town administrator, Scott Gibbs is with us. Hello,
the guy
Scott.
with the buck stops.
That's right.
And the does and everything else, too, right?
Good morning.
Do you have one of those things on your desk that says the buck stops here?
No.
You should get one of those.
Just everybody would laugh at me.
Yeah, it just does anyway, right?
All right. If you have any comments or questions about things going on in North Smithfield, the administrator's here. Give us a call, 766-1240. We'll pass along the messages to him and see where things go from there. Just to start things off, Dave was down there. Did you attend Pumpkin Fest, and how did it go?
I
from
did
your point of
attend
view?
Pumpkin Fest on Saturday, and the weather couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
It was drop-dead gorgeous. As were the smiles of all the townspeople. This is the most charming thing, seriously. I mean, everybody gets out and brings something to the picnic. It's really, it's North Smithfield at its best. It's any community at its best. The spirit that's there is just amazing. I hope we can match it in Woonsocket for Autumn Fest this weekend.
Decent-sized crowd that was down there, Scott?
Well, I was there early in the morning.
Okay.
And even then, the crowd was definitely picking up.
Okay. A lot of people stopping by and saying hi to you. And
Nobody says hi to me.
No, come on.
They may wave, but that's it.
Well, that's a good thing. That means no one's angry.
I
then.
didn't say what kind of wave.
But
No.
you know what's interesting about a Pumpkin Fest, as opposed to, because I made a reference to Autumn Fest. Autumn Fest is 36 hours. It's 3 days.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Fest, 6 hours. That's it.
In and out. We're done.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, I'm glad things went well with Pumpkin Fest, and things went well with you over there. And as we've said before, things could always be worse. You could be running the town of Coventry, which is just in just turmoil at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, it has been for a while.
Yeah.
Coventry seems to make an art out of it. I mean, they've had a lot of issues.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either.
It's such a sleepy little town. You
Must
would
be
think, but
must be in the water.
I
Sometimes
guess.
we in North Smithfield make that comment about ourselves. What's in the water?
We're just taking a look at the weekly newsletter that comes out from North Smithfield. Good news about your finance director, Anthony St. Ange.
Yes.
Tell us what he's done.
He just completed the Municipal Finance Academy at the University of Rhode Island.
So what does that mean when you
Basically,
complete
it's a program designed to help expose and train people in the municipal finance field to the types of unique situations that they're going to encounter. It's funny to me. I laugh when I hear people who say, I could be the finance director. I have an accounting degree. And my response is, I have a PhD, and that doesn't mean I'm qualified to do anything, much less be the finance director. It's a whole different game when you're in public finance. It's not corporate finance. So it's basically to expose them to the kinds of it.
You don't own any of those funds.
No, and you don't even track assets typically. They don't show up on your balance sheet, which is something I think is fundamentally wrong. But Rhode Island has a serious problem with finance directors. The municipalities are struggling to find anybody. Part of that is just lack of compensation.
Is it just a lack of people that are qualified?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that go into business finance, but
Yeah.
there's not a lot of people that seem to be teeing up to go into public finance.
Okay.
And there's a real effort, and that's a problem that's hitting in a lot of areas in municipal staffing, including planning directors. It's impossible to find a planning director right now.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean, part of that's URI stopped their planning program. I went to UMass, so I don't have that issue. But we need to figure those things out because government is only as good as the people that are working in it.
Okay. Melissa Murray has joined us at the coffee and table. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
Is this a program that Anthony St. Ange did with URI? Are all finance directors either required or encouraged to take this this course?
No one's required to take it.
Okay.
But there were 28 people in various levels of municipal government, ranging from finance directors to to town managers, to, I mean, it's a lot of different, types of people. But yeah, 28 people. That's a pretty impressive.
That's a good class.
Class, yeah.
Okay. The program exposes financial professionals to a vast array of subject matter pertinent to local government financial professional field that is not otherwise available through existing educational pathways within higher education. So, sounds pretty extensive.
It is. It is.
Is it a year-long event? Is it?
No, it's not a year long. This program represents, I think, 3 credits in the Masters of Public Administration program at University of Rhode Island.
Okay.
I know our finance director is constantly going through education, which the administration strongly encourages for all employees, although the town of North Smithfield typically does not help fund ongoing education.
Okay. Did this mean he had to travel down to South Kingstown?
Some of it was online.
Okay. Well, that must have helped.
Some of it was in person, including the presentation of their projects. They broke up into cohorts and dealt with a project, and his team actually won.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
Yep.
They give him like here's a project. Here's a problem.
Here's a problem. You've got first place. Here's an attaboy. Have a nice day.
Well, good for him. Well, now we can. He can relax for a little while, but he's still got the North Smithfield job. Does he plan on taking any more courses out of URI?
I don't know that.
No, okay.
I haven't talked to him about that.
Okay. Well, good for him, and he passed, and that's fantastic. He must be very proud.
I am. I'm proud of any of
our
our people in the administration who invest in themselves.
Okay, Scott. Talk about the Route 146 TIF, which stands for Tax Increment Financing Feasibility Study. That's now posted on your town's website. What does that all mean?
Well, basically, it was a first cut to take a look at what are the anticipated public costs of the improvements, what is the anticipated tax revenue that could be generated through development over a defined period of time, and is that tax revenue sufficient to pay what's called a TIF bond? So basically, the incremental increase in property taxes will be dedicated towards paying off the bond. A portion of them, not necessarily all of them.
Okay. And if people want to read about it, they can go to the town's website.
Posted on the town's website.
Okay.
And the findings were exactly what we indicated that we thought they were going to be when we kicked this project off, and that is if you assume a very optimistic perspective on development potential, it can pay for 100% of itself. But I indicated when we started this that was not going to happen, that we had to be conservative, and there is a gap, which we expected, and now we need to figure out how to fill that gap. So we're now trying to get some money out of Rhode Island Housing under the Municipal Technical Assistance Program to actually take it to the next step.
All right, Melissa, they're looking for more money.
The application's already in.
Okay.
All right.
So you can take it from there.
Yeah. So once the General Assembly gives the money out, we pass the budget, we allocate the money to each department. It is then up to the departments to go ahead and decide on those applications, because there's absolutely no way as a part-time legislature that we could ever oversee all of those things. So we allocate the money, and then the departments do their thing.
Okay.
That's how it works.
All right. Okay, moving on to other things. Scott, your opinion. Were you surprised to hear that one of the people that was considering running for Attorney General ran for a week and then decided, nope, I'm going to drop out?
Am I surprised?
Surprised that it only lasted a week.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
In politics, no.
I
It was actually 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Well, okay, 4 days.
Yeah, I didn't think that person was going to run. Anyways, I didn't.
Okay.
I just thought it was. I didn't think it was going to happen. But
Okay.
I don't really, to be honest with you, and this is going to sound somewhat sacrilegious, sitting next to a state legislator. I don't track state politics, and I don't track national politics. It has no bearing on me. Whoever's elected is who we have to work with. Period. Mm-hmm. And I don't interject partisanship in that whole scenario. In the end, politics is local, and we as a community have to work very hard to build ourselves and not look at the state or federal government to do it for us.
So no plans for you to move on to like a state level?
God, no.
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 This is enough.
Yeah, no, I'm not a politician. I've never wanted to be.
Yeah.
Some politicians I admire. I don't know how anybody can do this all the time.
But they do.
But they do. But in my particular place, I did this for one reason and only one reason, is I felt the town needed some leadership.
Okay.
So I wanted to step in and see if I could help in some way, and that's it. I have no agenda.
Alrighty. Moving on to other things. Let's talk about the TTHM MCL violation at the Slatersville Public Supply. We're talking drinking water in the town of North Smithfield. This is the total. Wow. Trihalomethanes. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you're way above my pay grade here.
Well, just according to the newsletter, the water system violated a drinking water standard over the past year.
Yep.
Although this is not an emergency, as our customers, you have the right to know what happened and what the town did to correct the situation. So what happened? Do you know?
Well, I've spoken to my water superintendent, and he tries as best as he can to explain it to an idiot.
It gets very involved.
Yeah, I think one of the things he said, which I thought was very interesting, is that we really don't have as high of demand on the water system as a lot of communities do. And effectively what that means is that we have water that sits for too long of a period of time. We don't have enough flushing going on in the system
really?
in terms of standpipes and the main pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that could really help the water system is having more water demand. And you don't hear that often?
No, you always hear it in reverse.
Well, on the West Coast, you hear it more and more. But
Yeah.
no, he tried to explain it to me, and especially in the standpipes and how frequently do the standpipes replenish themselves. And he said that's one of the problems that could generate it. Obviously, it wasn't a serious violation. We did not have to put a moratorium on drinking water. It's just people need to be aware, and mitigation steps are being taken right now.
That's right. I'm just taking a look at your newsletter. It just said, what should consumers do? Well, basically nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing you need to do as consumers. You don't need to boil the water. You don't have to take any other corrective actions. If you have a severely compromised immune system, have an infant, pregnant, or elderly, you may have an increased risk and should seek advice from your healthcare provider about the drinking water. So things okay now? Have things been rectified?
I don't know. I don't know when they're going to do a follow-up test.
Okay. Wow. All right. So.
But this happens in other municipalities. I regularly test the water in all communities, and Woonsocket's had, elevated levels of this, and so they're bound to just tell the public. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily, life-threatening or anything like that. But I think if you were vulnerable, or you were, nursing or like mixing your child's whatever, you probably would be using, not be using tap water anyway. But yeah, these things do happen. They happen everywhere.
Okay. North Smithfield Water is actively working with the Rhode Island Department of Health and the engineering consultants to analyze the data that they collect and develop a targeted response. Right now, everything is okay. So, all right, and you'll be keeping the public informed as things move along.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Not only because we want to, but it's required by law.
Right, and it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Right, okay. We had a note called in at 766-1240. We're going to get to that when we come back. We're going to take our first break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way with Town Administrator from North Smithfield, Scott Gibbs.
ON 1240.
Assisting families in their time of need means planning a service that's appropriate, traditional or personalized, with special references to public service or military honors. Often people ask, how can I assist the family? The answer is usually just be there for them. And in some cases it may mean securing the home, taking care of pets, and compiling important documents. The dedicated staff at the S. DePardo Memorial Chapel will guide you through the process, whatever your needs. For more information about pre-planning, please call 767-5577. They're located at 1583 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things, people.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
WOON Radio.
It's Coffee and here on WOON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and North Smithfield Town Administrator Scott Gibbs is joining us as well. Just one more thing on the water issue situation. If you do have any questions, you can always contact William Descato at 401-767-2200, extension 320. What is his title?
He's superintendent of water and sewer.
Okay.
A great guy.
And he's the one that's tried to explain it to you like you're a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
and it's,
exactly.
And it's still...
It's like my kids trying to explain to me how to use a DVD recorder. Just do it for me, please.
Just nod your head up and down. Like, were you a fan of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Was I?
Yeah.
No, I never was.
Captain Picard, whenever he didn't understand something, just said, make it so.
I wish I had that authority, but I don't.
And made it sound like he knew exactly what he was talking about. All right. The note called in at 766-1240. Scott, from North Smithfield, what are you doing about speeding and noise, specifically on Pound Hill Road?
Well,
are you getting a lot of complaints from that area?
I would say that that speeding probably is the largest complaint that I get in town. And I'll say in a very general way, and it's a problem in every city and town in Rhode Island, every city and town, and it's getting worse. When I got elected, one of the first things I did was to sit down with the chief of police and effectively communicated to him that one of my two biggest concerns is the lack of safety on our streets. Mm-hmm. I met last week with the chief and Captain Lamoureux to talk about, okay, we need to start doing something. We need to elevate up the presence to control speeding, and they agreed, and they're putting together a plan of action to become more visible. So my word of wisdom, if there is such a thing out of my mouth, to the people of North Smithfield and others who drive through North Smithfield, pay attention, because you're going to see more police officers on the streets watching the speed.
Okay.
A little voluntary taxation, possibly?
I won't say anything. I'm just going to say.
Okay.
I'm just sometimes
not prepared to make that comment.
Just silly things like, when people are using navigation applications like Waze. Mm-hmm. When people see a police car on a side street, mm-hmm. they immediately put into Waze, although they're driving at the same time, immediately put into Waze, police officer, mm-hmm. and people automatically slow down. So a lot of it is just visibility, being there, seeing them. And that controls a lot of it. Some of it is just people who feel that right turn on red doesn't mean you have to stop.
Oh,
people racing through intersections to beat the lights. And we just had a nasty accident up on School Street and Great Road 2 weeks ago. And that we get a lot of accidents at that intersection. Mm-hmm. And I know it's people just trying to beat the
was it in this case, was it someone trying to beat the light?
I don't know that. I didn't see the police report,
mm-hmm.
but I can only assume because I go through that intersection probably 10 times a day, and I see it happening all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a problem. It's a statewide problem.
We were just there this past weekend, and I remember making a comment to the fabulous Denise. So you've got Great Road, and you're going near Hallowell. Now, when Hallowell School was a going concern, there was problems getting people on and off the road safely, and it's a school, so they took some action. They decided to route all traffic to the right into the breakdown lane, which was never made to carry all the traffic. It's a breakdown lane. So they didn't build it to the standards of a regular travel lane. And it immediately started to crumble. It's still crumbling, and they're patching it, and crumbling, and they're patching it. Meanwhile, there's a perfectly good travel lane that they've got stripes on there. You can't use this. And there's no good reason for it because nobody's using Hallowell School. I understand it's a state road, Scott.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But state people can be talked to.
They can. In fact, I had a call this past week.
Or tell you can take those lines away, or you can repair and rebuild the breakdown lane you want us to use.
There was a call I got regarding right turn on red at the School Street Great Road intersection.
Yeah.
And we don't control that, but I'm clearly going to ask the police chief to reach out to DOT safety, public safety, and have them investigate that. I mean, people don't like it, but on the other hand, people seem to think that right turn on red means just keep going, and it's not. And I've seen it all the time. So we'll see. I mean, we're trying our best. Most of the main roads in town are state roads. They're not town roads.
Well,
although we police them.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So we have to collaborate very closely with DOT.
And that's a legacy thing. That's come from hundreds of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Do you find that it's a problem for you because you probably get complaints from North Smithfield residents? This town's in rough shape, needs to be repaved. So you finally go out and repave it, and now people speed on it.
Yeah, I actually heard somebody say we shouldn't be repaving roads because it just accelerates speed. I said I'm not going down that. No pun intended. I'm not going down that road. Bottom line is we need to maintain our roads.
Right.
The fact that people are speeding on paved roads, that's a secondary issue that can be controlled.
But technology has always existed in our lifetimes here to stop speeding. There's no political will to do it. I mean, you mentioned the navigation equipment.
Yeah.
That thing can rat you out.
There's
Seriously.
Sometimes there is political will, but there's not the human resources to deal with it. I only have 3 officers on the street at one time.
Right.
And
that was my next question.
Our town's pretty big.
Manpower.
Yeah. So the being able to
can't be everywhere,
and one gets called over to Walmart,
right,
and a second one has to follow that officer,
right.
So now only have one officer on the street.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say the town only has one officer on the street. Think about what that officer has to do. I mean, to think that they could actually sit there and park and wait for people to speed. We just don't have the manpower to deal with that.
Right.
Do you have?
What about the state gantries? Yeah. Can you take those over? Because Raimondo's gantries, by the way, could have always ratted out speeders because you just figure there's this many feet between gantries, that's the speed limit, and if they get there sooner than this number of seconds, they speeded. They've got a camera. You take the picture of the license plate and send out a speeding ticket.
Big brother.
It is. Yeah. It is all there within our grasp. By the way, I think it's a lousy idea.
Yeah, our town's a little conservative.
Yeah,
and I'm a libertarian.
Oh, I see.
So I don't necessarily.
That's why everybody waves to you.
I'm not sure I like that idea, but nevertheless, I get what you're saying.
We've always had the means in recent times, in the modern times. We've always had the means to stop or to make it extremely expensive to speed.
What people don't also understand, if you get in an accident, if you have a relatively new car, that car has a black box on it.
Yeah.
And guess what?
It's got the speed.
If you're driving recklessly, it's going to know, and your insurance company, you're going to get ticketed, and your insurance company just may not cover you if you're being reckless. So people have to understand, they are watching already.
And going forward, they have already set up so that when the political will hits Congress and they say, okay, well, too many electric vehicles, so now everybody gets taxed on how many miles you drive, it's all going to be hitting the black boxes to find out how many miles you're driving.
They've already been doing that because the actual our funds for doing highway improvements at the federal level have been based on the gas tax. And the bottom line is that the gas consumption has gone down. So now they're
we did what you said.
So now they're finding out other ways to. I know California has been on the front end of this one, not taxing your fuel consumption as much as taxing your use of the roads.
Well, thank you for discussing it with me. But my first purpose for bringing it up was to assure the listener who called in the message that it won't last forever.
No.
I mean, eventually, we're going to be in a position where they can do that. And autonomous driving, eventually. You're never going to be able to convince the computer to speed.
But whoever this caller is, the frustration is a frustration that a lot of people are feeling. They're not alone on this one.
What's the noise they're complaining about? Is it just trucks? Is it just loud vehicles? Is it motorcycles?
Well, some people complain a lot about the aftermarket exhaust systems on motorcycles and cars.
Okay.
Some, it's truck traffic going down Providence Pike and Douglas Pike. It could be a lot of different things. Where I live on Maple Ave, I'm almost right next to 146.
Yeah.
I hear it all night long.
Yeah.
I hear them when I forgot what the thing's called, when they start downshifting and it
engine braking.
The engine braking.
Engine braking.
That's loud.
Yeah.
It is.
I deal with it. I hear the trains a lot too, and I find them very consoling.
Isn't that amazing?
I do too.
I'm a Midwesterner. The trains were always consoling for me.
Sure.
All right.
We hear the trains downtown very clearly here on Park Avenue.
I always loved the
yourself,
sound
"My
of the
goodness."
trains,
Yeah.
especially
It's
when I
about
lived in the
3:30
North
in the
End.
morning?
Yeah, yeah.
When they're going by here.
You used to be able to tell the time by
the train?
when the train was right.
Is there you talk about, you can only have 3 police officers out. Are you is the police department looking for more?
Well,
officers?
we're undermanned
Like Woonsocket is undermanned too.
right now. And I use the word undermanned in general terms.
Understaffed, yeah.
Yeah.
Understaffed. We've had a very difficult time in recruiting officers. A lot of towns have. North Smithfield, I've just negotiated a new contract with the police department. That has to go to the town council for ratification. That contract is an effort to help address the differences in what our officers get paid relative to other communities, so we wouldn't be losing them all the time. But the issue of 3 officers on the street is that's the manning requirement. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter how many officers I have. If I have more officers, if the town has more officers, effectively that can theoretically help manage the overtime, but it doesn't put another
Or
car
special
on
projects.
the street. Right.
Special
So,
projects.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get this information from the police chief, but how often are North Smithfield police at Walmart?
A lot.
What's a lot? Once a day?
I can't give
Twice
you.
a day?
I
They
can't
have
quantify it for
a
you.
dedicated parking
Parking spot. I
spot
know
near
they-
the
I
front
know-
door
it's pretty
for our
nice for
law
them.
enforcement
Yeah.
friends.
So a lot is a lot.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
For them to segregate one parking spot for the cops, I think they're coming.
I would suggest or argue, and God, I'll probably get attacked on this one. I almost think the Walmart should help compensate the town.
Well, they gave you a
for the
parking spot.
amount of
100% they
officers
should.
go there.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
They have a little bit of money, Walmart.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're not calling in false alarms, but
No, it's a lot of it's stealing,
Right.
And it's conflict
Well,
within the
they
store.
have a security agency there, and I'm sure they're
They're
the
not.
ones that
They're not armed.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they have
but
no-
I'm sure they are the ones placing calls.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they need support from the law enforcement
Yep.
community to do their job.
Yep. So it's a big draw on our
Yeah.
sure.
police workforce.
All right. We just got a few more minutes to go with Scott, and you get your now Smithfield Town Council meeting tonight. What's on the agenda for this evening?
Public hearing, continuation of the public hearing on material sand and stone.
Continues on and on. This.
Well, no,
going?
it went cold for a while because the town decided to engage outside engineers to do what's called a peer review, to take a look at what the public testimony was of material sand and stones experts. So that review has been completed. It will be provided to the council, and tonight the peer review will then present their findings.
All right, very good. Scott Gibbs, Town Administrator from North Smithfield, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
It's always good to hear good information that you have for us from North Smithfield. So thanks for joining us.
Take care.
All right. We're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program. More coming up. Time for the forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high near 81 and a calm wind. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low of 56. Tuesday's weather, mostly sunny and 78, but breezy from the southwest. Wednesday, 80% chance of showers, mainly before 4 p.m., high of 67 degrees, and a southwest breeze up to 20 miles per hour. Thursday, sunshine and 58. Friday, sunshine and 63. Saturday, first day of Autumn Fest, mostly sunny skies and 68. And Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 65 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street under very sunny skies, we have 58 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393. The Broaster House continues to be your number one choice for an excellent variety of chicken, seafood, appetizers, and sandwiches. Check their website, broasterhouseri.com, for their catering and takeout menus, now featuring grilled salmon. Favorites also include shrimp and corn chowder, steak sandwiches, fried butterfly shrimp, and much more. The Broaster House, 263 Pond Street, Woonsocket. Call 762-1717.
Every day in all of our lives, math matters, Rhode Island. Math matters to the architect who designs and oversees the construction of buildings. It matters to the print technician making a precise cut and to the mechanic calibrating the engine in your car. Math matters to educators looking to improve student outcomes and to coaches using data to enhance performance. It's a life skill we need every day. That's why math matters, Rhode Island.
Brought to you by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and Always Learning Rhode Island.
We are local and live at 99.5 FM.
It is Coffee Ann here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Melissa Murray, and we're being joined at the Coffee Ann table by a couple of nice ladies right here. There's Stephanie Santoro from the Autumn Fest Steering Committee, General Chairperson. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Joe. Hi,
Nice.
Melissa.
Hi, and Lee Fossier is here, co-chair, right?
Yes,
All
co-chair.
right.
How are you?
I had to get the right title. So, Autumn Fest is this weekend. How about that?
Oh my gosh, it's this weekend.
A big sigh.
I don't know. It's like relief and nerves and everything all at once.
Before we get into what's going on with Autumn Fest, I wanted to let you two ladies know, because I don't think we've told you yet what we're doing at the ON trailer. We were able to secure 2 MVP tickets to Six Flags New England.
Ooh.
That we'll be signing people up for to win. And what the tickets are is, you can, if you win them, you can go to Six Flags through the rest of October, because they do a Halloween thing, and then all next year, unlimited times you want to go, you can go.
That's awesome.
And if you want to go to Six Flags in New Jersey or California, you can go there.
You guys must
I'm
be
like-
connected here
I'm like-
at WO.
I kept reading. I'm like, and then free parking. I'm like, what? It's like,
Wow,
so
that's
we're
amazing.
excited that we're giving away this stuff. So you just got to stop by the Owen truck.
Do entrants have to be 18 or older? Is that?
I don't think so.
Oh,
so just pop on by. We're going to just sign up everybody that we can, and then give them away on the Tuesday after Autumn Fest.
I was going to say that winner doesn't have to be present.
Oh no,
clearly.
no! Just come in and sign up. So we're looking forward to doing that for people that come visit us at Autumn Fest.
Nice.
All right. So what's new at Autumn Fest this year, as opposed to what's old?
Well, there's a lot that's old, but there's a lot that's new, and I think everybody's probably heard the rumblings. But the Harvest Garden and the Harvest on the Main, which was the smaller wine tent in the front, have flip-flopped locations. So the bigger Harvest Garden is going to be out in the front, so that patrons of the Harvest Garden can enjoy the main stage entertainment act, because as you know, Joe, from years of doing this, that we pay a lot of money for those acts, and people feel torn between the back Harvest Garden and coming out to the front. So we decided to bring the best of those two worlds together, but in the back, where the traditional Harvest Garden, aka beer tent, has been, is what we're calling the back porch, backyard, I don't know. And it's got more of a brewery vibe to it.
Okay.
So lawn games, you can bring your kids in, relax, have a drink, maybe some acoustic acts, or I shouldn't say maybe, there are some acoustic acts in the afternoons. And on Monday afternoon in that back porch is a Chris Stapleton tribute. So that should be cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So will it be fenced off? The harvest on the main will be, because you got to be 21 to get into that, correct?
You do not have to be
Oh, you
21
don't?
to get
Okay.
in. So
Excellent.
we will be braceleting folks that are 21 and older, so that, and you don't have to obviously be purchasing beer or wine or spirits to enter that area. So anyone can sit, just like we always have, but we've brought that harvest garden up to the front so people don't have to go to the back.
Make a choice. Okay.
And then we've
that's
also changed the park layout a tiny bit, not tons, but from Food Row down to the Harvest Garden or the main stage, we'll have a nice path that you can make your way instead of having to walk all the way around. So you can go grab your food, your non-alcoholic beverages from the Woonsocket Athletic Boosters, and Ed Cunanan, again, running that booth for the non-alcoholic beverages, and it's really close to the main stage.
Well, very cool. Now, Steve Laramie, who could not join us today on from the Autumn Fest Steering Committee, he'll be joining us on Friday to talk entertainment in more detail. But the cool thing is that, and I think this is the first time Autumn Fest has done this, having an act on Friday night on the main stage
I
with
don't
Steve
know if
Smith
it's
and the Naked.
first time, because Steve
No?
Smith seemed to say he used
done it
to
before?
open Autumn Fest before. I don't remember it. It wasn't my time on the committee,
Well,
but
you're so
yes.
young, you know. So.
Yeah, right. I know. I wasn't even alive in the first Autumn Fest. No, but yes, we are bringing Autumn Fest to life Friday night. And traditionally, you could go to the Harvest Garden, you could get the bracelet night at the rides, which is still true. But we are having a main act, and Food Row will be open as well.
Well, now you've already set a precedent going forward.
It's now a 4-day festival.
Now you're going to have someone every Friday night. You're going to have a band.
Well, this is my last year, so
well, there you go. So Lee, it's up to you going forward. So, but no, that's great, because Steve Smith just packs them in anyway, and they'll just come from all over, as you've seen at Levitt. How great the crowd reacts to Steve. So it's a great, great first choice. Talk about the rides, because if I'm correct in what I've seen, people posting on Facebook and like that, is there a drop ride coming?
There is a drop ride coming.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes.
We just raised the Autumn Fest flag on top of it yesterday. I should say Garrett did it for us. Right?
Yep, the rides are starting to be set up in the park, and we have extra rides this year, and one of them is the drop ride.
Is that what it's called? I didn't come up with a name.
I'm not sure what the technical name is.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't go on those anywhere.
Nope. I don't think I'll be going on that.
But my daughter loves it.
Yeah.
Kids love everything. So
she's not a kid anymore, but she loves it.
You sit on it. It takes you up 100 feet in the air, 200 feet in the air,
I don't
really high,
and then it drops you. How great is that?
Sounds not great to me, but I'm sure other folks love it.
Well, it drops you at a faster rate than gravity, so you float, which is so much fun. I love that out of control feeling.
I'm more like the slide racing, with this potato sack. Yeah, that's my.
But what'll be fun will be the extra screaming.
Yes.
That you'll hear from the ride area. I mean, you hear it occasionally on different rides, but I think it's going to be really ramped up now that you have this extra ride coming in. Are there any other scarier rides coming?
Not that I know of.
I think they're all scary. Like that, I don't like that pirate ship that people love. I find that scary.
Big swing?
There's isn't there some zipper thing over there too?
Yep.
Yeah, so when I was younger I could do that. They're all scary to me, Joe.
Except for the slide.
Except for the slide and maybe the carousel I can do. Garrett convinced us last year to go on, or 2 years ago to go on the cliffhanger. I didn't like that either.
The one you
you're
lay
on your
down.
belly, yeah.
No, not a fan, huh? No. All right. But anyway, the kids love the rides, of course, and we got ride all the rides for one price on the Friday night.
Yes.
Any other times that'll be taking place?
We actually have a super bracelet that can be purchased for Saturday and for Sunday, and I believe it's $45. But if you go on Finelli's website, you have to buy that ahead of time. You can't buy that in the park that day. You have to buy it ahead of time.
What's the super bracelet get you?
It's the same thing, ride all day.
Okay.
Ride all day.
Yeah.
Yep, for one price.
For one price.
And so no tickets needed, all of that good stuff. So traditionally you'd have to wait in line to buy tickets. But if you purchase ahead of time and get that super bracelet, you can ride all day.
Yeah.
So if you purchase it online, do you have to show someone on the Autumn Fest grounds?
Yeah, you go show your receipt at the ticket window, and then you're given your bracelet.
All right. let's talk about sporting events. I know we're doing 3-on-3 basketball, and there's cornhole. Is there anything else?
That's it this year. And we have our wrestling back, of course.
Okay.
Our very popular events, all three of them. So cornhole tournament, I don't know if it's full yet, but it will fill up and it will sell out. 3-on-3 basketball, I believe, is filling up quickly. And then wrestling, no fee, obviously, to be a spectator on that.
Will
but
that be in the same place next to the baseball field?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So people see it when they come in. All right. Well, that's always a lot of fun. Parade shaping up nicely for Monday.
Except for the weather. Did you see the weather?
Well, no, it's a week away, so we don't.
Okay, good. Because I'm getting
everything
nervous.
Could change.
And I don't know what I'm more nervous about: the weather, raining out the parade, or having to walk in the parade in the rain. Those are the two things. But the parade is, and I screw this up every time someone asks us, but I believe there's more than 20 floats in the parade this year.
I think there is.
Okay.
It's big. 10 divisions. All the local favorites, and then some out of town. No headliner this year because we decided to keep it local and bands people recognize, and the Autumn Fest committee and then our grand marshal will lead the parade and bring up the rear of the parade. He wants to march twice,
So is he going to ride in the car first?
He's going to ride in the car first and then
swing around?
swoop back around and do what he traditionally does for the parade with his Boy Scouts and collect trash along the parade route. He does that every year.
Probably like one of the most important parts.
The most important, because we would have to do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
dedication.
Good for you, Mike Hero. Great job. That's great that you want that.
As you know, Joe,
that.
he'd been nominated many years, and I think the time just came this year. It's always a tough competition, and for whatever reason, he was always a contender, and he always got votes every single year. But each year, it's tough, and we always go down to multiple rounds of voting. But this year, Mike was the winner.
Well, with no headlining act in the parade, there's some savings, money savings. So
you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Well, that's the first thing that came to mind. Sure, there's a savings of I don't know, let's $5,000 right there, but it gets spent pretty quickly.
Well, so that's the thing, and we've been talking to everybody about this. Our sponsors are incredible. You guys, everybody's incredible. Year after year after year, and we've got some new sponsors. A great, exciting exhibit coming into the park this year, sponsoring, but. Or two great exciting exhibits coming in the park this year sponsoring. But the fact of the matter is prices are going up on everything. And you guys know this just from being regular consumers. And from the fireworks to what the bands are charging. And our decision on the parade headliner wasn't a financial one. Actually, it was honestly about, it was just about what was relevant to the folks in the audience, and we decided against it, and the parade did not come in under budget, let's just say.
Okay. All right. Can you talk about the kids area, the Kids Fest, entertainment over there? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I can talk about that.
All right.
So what we did was we don't have the Kids Fest stage this year. We have the kids entertainment is going to be on the main stage in the earlier parts of the day, and then
that's why the iguana,
yes.
the reptile show is on the main stage
this
year.
So we kept it because we brought the kids into that area. We wanted to put kids stuff up there too.
Okay.
And we also have no room for a stage because we have a petting zoo coming in. So I believe you can purchase
it's free to go to the petting zoo.
Yes, it's free for the petting zoo, but you can purchase the Highland pony or something. Highland cow. I don't know. I'm not an animal person.
You can purchase a private session with a Highland cow. So you get to, those cute fuzzy cows with the long hair and the horns. You can spend private time with that, and you learn all about the cow and its history and its uses, and you get to cuddle with it. And I believe that's $25, $20. I can't remember.
Okay.
But that's in the petting zoo. Oh, I'll be doing it. Lee will not.
I am not doing it. That's why I have no idea how much it is.
I'm not going on the drop ride, but I'm going to cuddle with a cow.
Same. Yeah, you are on the same wavelength. I love animals, as everybody knows. So yeah.
What are the other animals in the petting zoo?
I don't know, because she keeps talking about the cow.
I think I don't know, Steve. That's why we need Steve. Maybe you can ask him on
Goats.
Friday. But I think traditional
and-
petting zoo animals, right? Like small things for the little kids.
Yeah.
We wanted to really build Kids Fest around the 8 and under, because I think, or 10 and under. I think the kids older than that want to be with the rides and the food and their friends, and so we really need something for the little guys to do. And
I think should we talk about the ducks?
well, let me talk about River's Edge first. You were supposed to take Kids Fest, but I'm doing it. River's Edge is going to be returning this year as well. They have not been present, I believe, for 2 years because they were going through some changes over there. But they are back this year, and they're going to have an interactive mural that kids can contribute to. So that's going to be fun too. And then we've got some of those lawn games out, like the Connect 4 like we had last year.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then some of Finelli's kids' rides will be over in that area too. So it's going to be full and more than sitting and watching acts, which is tough for the little ones to do for a period of
They
time.
get bored. Yeah, I get it.
It's more, let me run over here, and let me find something to do. So.
All right, we're going to take a break on the Coffee and program. We'll be talking more with Stephanie and Lee about Autumn Fest coming up this coming weekend, but we got to take a break and more coming up. Please stay tuned.
OM 1240.
We all know that Rhode Island has a hands-free law for cell phone use. Did you know that a new distracted driving law prohibits other use of a cell phone while driving? No texting, no surfing, no selfies. Only mounted devices may be used, and only for navigation. As always, the use of any mobile device is prohibited for drivers under 18. Make safe driving your only distraction. A message from the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and the Rhode Island Police Chiefs Association.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
ON Radio. ON Worldwide.
All right, Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray. We're here with a couple of ladies from Autumn Fest Steering Committee, the General Chairperson, Stephanie Santoro, Vice Chair Lee Fossier, and we're also being joined at the Coffee and Table by Leslie Page from the Woonsocket Harris Public Library, who gives us an update on what's going on with the library. Good morning, Leslie, and take it away.
Oh, thank you. Our hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we will be closed Monday, October 13th. This week, the Children's Department is offering Sensory Exploration Fun today at 10 a.m., Salt Painting on Tuesday, October 7th at 4 p.m., Music is Fun with Anne-Marie Forer, Wednesday, October 8th at 11:30 a.m., Book Buddies, also Wednesday, October 8th at 4 p.m., and Ghost Paint for ages 8 through 12 on Saturday, October 11th at 2 p.m. For more information about all children's programs, please call 767-4122. This week, the Teen Department is offering a tabletop role-playing game on Tuesday, October 7th at 3 p.m., and Storytelling Through Theater Thursday, October 9th at 3 p.m. For more information on all teen programs, please call 767-4132. This evening at 5:30 p.m., Christian de Resendez will give a talk titled Village Shaker Puzzle Maker about his work on preserving oral histories. The next Tech Tuesday will be held on Tuesday, October 7th at 2 p.m. Learn how to access ebooks and audiobooks on your mobile devices and/or email tips and tricks. Call 767-4124 to register. The next tabletop role-playing game for adults will be held on Saturday, October 18th from 1 to 3 p.m. Call 767-4132 for more information. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. If you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. and we look forward to seeing you at the library.
Thanks, Leslie. Isn't it nice that the library closes for Autumn Fest? It's awful swell of you, Leslie. Thanks. All right, Stephanie, talk about the new sponsors that you have for Autumn Fest this year.
I will. So we were just talking about the cost of everything going up. So like I said, our traditional sponsors, our tried and trues have come through for us year after year, but we were so thrilled this year to get 2 new sponsors. They both approached us, actually. So that tells me that Autumn Fest is gaining popularity, right? And one is a national sponsor called Go RVing. And it's a organization, I guess, that promotes the RV lifestyle. So not necessarily an RV dealer, but really just promoting the perks and the benefits and the joys of RVing in general. So they are coming in Friday to set up. They will have 2 RVs there and a campsite, and kind of just to talk about how cool RVing is.
Can you tour the RV on the inside?
Yes.
Take a look at everything?
Yes, there's
Cool.
2 of them
Nice.
that will be coming. So that will be up in the front of the park by the Public Safety Command Center, right at the, when you enter Social Park. And then the other organization that contacted us was Imperial Cars in Mendon, and they have this very cool thing called the spinning car, and they're going to bring that in and park it sort of near the Autumn Fest headquarters trailer, which is down towards Food Row, towards the old Harvest Garden, and that'll be there, and that'll be there all weekend. So I have yet to see what this looks like in person. Looks super cool in pictures, but it's just a really tall lighted car that spins around. So
Is it something they're selling that not at Autumn Fest, but something you could buy at Imperial Cars?
No. It's a car like on a platform. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, you could buy it, but what are you gonna do with it?
Well, I don't know.
Put it in your yard. I guess. I mean, maybe they'll sell it to you, but it's not. It's really just to showcase their dealership and whatnot. And I did ask them if they would be able to provide a convertible for Miss Rhode Island in the parade as a new sponsor, and they are going to do that. But the other thing I just wanted to say is we are also in the park. As you know, some festivals charge admission. We have never charged admission at Autumn Fest. We don't want to charge admission, but costs are going up. So we are placing some donation boxes. They're big. They'll have signage that say "Help Keep Autumn Fest Free," and those will be at the entrances of the park. And we hope that folks will donate what they're able to. It's not mandatory, but if you have some extra change or some couple dollars left as you're walking in or out of the park, we'd really appreciate it. It would help us tremendously in future years and ensure that we are able to keep Autumn Fest free.
All right, great. All right, Lee, let's talk about the games that involve ducks.
So
Not real ducks, though, right?
Not real ducks.
Oh, okay.
Not real ducks. And this is not my idea. Christy came up with this idea, and we thought it was so cute. Literally 2 days ago, we are going to hide these little ducks in the park.
Like the ones you see on cars,
Small,
dashboards?
I think they're a little smaller, but yes,
Okay.
similar. Yes.
And they're orange.
And they're orange.
Oh, well,
yes.
that makes sense.
They're
Okay.
autumn.
And you're going to hide them around the park?
We're going to hide them all over the park. And if you
Okay.
find a duck, you bring it to the souvenir trailer, and you can either get a wristband bracelet or just, an Autumn Fest bracelet, or you can get 10% off merch.
Not a wristband for the rides.
Yeah, not a wristband for the rides, just an Autumn Fest bracelet.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
now,
we
how many ducks do you have in order to spread around the park?
We bought 150.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now,
So-
will they be hidden really well, or will they be out in obvious places? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both.
Okay.
Depends. We
Yeah.
have to try and.
We're not going to hide them so much that we can't find them when the
Yeah.
festival's over. But
Collect them afterwards. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Is this for adults or kids or both?
It's
or
for anybody.
Anybody that
Yeah.
finds one? Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And we've got some cool merch this year, that new merch. Last year, you saw what we had
Yeah.
with the new spin on the logo. And this year, we've got one that showcases the zip code of Woonsocket. So it's 02895 in big letters, and then Autumn Fest is incorporated into that. So check that out at the trailer.
All right, cool. All right, back to Lee. Back to entertainment. We got 2 big bands on Saturday night. We talked about Steve Smith already on Friday night,
Yep.
but Saturday night and Sunday night. So Saturday night is a I got to get it right because I'm not a big fan. Morgan Wallen?
Morgan
Oh,
Wallen,
I got
yes.
it right. Is it Whiskey Smiles?
Whiskey Friends. Yes.
I don't know why I want to keep saying Smiles.
Right.
Because usually you smile when you have whiskey,
Oh,
right?
that's
Is that
right.
it?
Well, first I thought they would call themselves Whiskey Sour. I said, that can't be right.
Yeah.
But Whiskey Friends.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you know, Tim is the new entertainment coordinator.
Yep.
So of course I'm helping him. Like, listen to this band. Listen to this band. This band is so good. He sounds just like Morgan Wallen. Even like my girls like are huge Morgan Wallen fans. They went
Morgan
to go
Wallen
see him.
packed a minute at
Yeah.
Gillette for 2 nights.
Yeah, and my girls were there, and they were
Yeah.
like, they cannot wait. Everybody is going to be packing that place on
Yeah.
Saturday night. So
Where are they from?
I think I want to say Pennsylvania. They're not from around here.
Okay.
We're flying them in,
Mhm.
but they're definitely they're gonna put on a really good show.
Excellent.
So, and they travel everywhere, all
Around
over the country. Yep.
doing this? Okay.
Yeah.
And then they got the official okay from the Morgan Wallen people.
I
We
hope so.
like what you do for us. They don't have to have that, but okay. And then on Sunday night, there's a Nirvana tribute. Nirvana, is that what they
Sunday
call
night
themselves?
we actually So Saturday we also have ADHD which is the AC/DC tribute
yeah.
band. Yep. And then Sunday night we have a Nirvana tribute band that called Nirvani, and they're really good too. I've seen their promo videos, and they're really good. But one that you might not recognize on here is Monday we have Catching Blue. They're from South County. They're a band that just does all these covers. And Garrett, Christy, and Tim and I were at the Seafood Festival down in Newport last year and heard them. And they were one of those bands that you were like, wow.
Okay.
They
Gotta
were
get them.
so good.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for them to come.
And when are they playing?
They're playing Monday before and after closing ceremonies.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can watch these bands while having an Autumn Fest Vienna Lager from Lops.
Okay.
So yeah, Sean, as a sponsor of Autumn Fest, Sean at Lops chose to asked us if he could brew an Autumn Fest beer this year. So he chose a Vienna Lager, created a cool label that is a spin on our logo and his logo mixed together. So you can check that out either at his brewery on North Main Street or at the park.
At the Harvest Garden.
At the
right?
Harvest Garden, yes. And also he's got some cool merch in the brewery right now with the Lops/Autumn Fest logo. So that'll be limited to this year and cool.
All right. We've got just a few more minutes to go. And Food Row, we've got the usual cast of characters coming back this year.
We do. We have, I believe it's 17 or
I know
there's
he's expanded.
close to 20
Has it
food.
moved? Oh,
Yes, maybe it's 22. That seems to stick in my head too. But we've got the gyro guy coming back who skipped last year, and I guess people were very upset about that. And then we have one called the Hangry Italian coming.
Oh, what's he selling?
Italian food.
Chinese food, Joe.
Well, I know it's going to be Italian, but are we talking like chicken parm sandwiches, things like that?
Lee, you're more into
I
that
honestly
than I am.
don't even
No?
know, but I
Okay.
know that I'm definitely going to try it.
Okay, all right.
So
And then Bugs coming back
Yeah.
with his barbecue.
Okay.
We've got all the traditional not-for-profits in there selling the dynamites and the fried doughboys and the candied apples and the cotton candy. We've got ice cream machine, Broaster House, Nessa's Snack Shack. We got them all.
Great.
Like I said, if you can't find something to eat at Autumn Fest, you have
Not
something
trying,
wrong with
huh?
you. Yeah,
All right, and the artisans and the vendors and the craft area all sold out or pretty close to sold out?
Sold out.
Sold
Artisans
out,
are sold
yeah.
out. We have some extra space that we were trying to finagle to put some extra folks in that were on a waiting list. We still have yet to hear back from them, but we can fit a couple of them in little nooks and crannies in the park, but it's our traditional spaces have sold out, but we wanted to give everybody an opportunity to participate that wanted to. So
All All right, well, fantastic. And on the entertainment side, it just popped in my head. You are going to be doing Minute to Win It again. Does that mean you're bringing Judy Sullivan back to be the host of that?
God, we hope so.
Yes. She's coming back.
She's so good at it.
She's so good at it.
All right, and that's always a lot of fun as you're playing the games with the people from the audience and like that. And the kids love getting up there, trying to eat the cookies and things like that. So
That's
all right,
true.
all right,
Yep.
that'll be a lot of fun. So well, best of luck, Stephanie and Lee. This is
Thank you.
11th hour, as you start now
As you know.
ramping up to next weekend. And how fast does this week go by?
This week goes by really fast.
Yeah.
The weekend goes by really fast, except like
Monday
by
drags.
Monday is a long day because of the parade, and we're tired because
Yeah.
you've got to remember Joe, you've
Yeah.
been on the committee for many years. This is an all year thing. So we've been
Right.
working. We take the month of December off, but not really. You're still working in your mind, thinking of ways to make the festival better. And then January, it's go time, and we go
Yeah.
nonstop. And while we meet only once a month or twice a month as we get closer, it's the amount of work that goes into this it's insane.
Absolutely. So best of luck as you get everything done and get everything completed and get everything into the park, and congrats to the town, the city, for making the park look as beautiful as it can.
Absolutely. We couldn't do it without
we
their
always
help.
Love the Parks and Rec people. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. So Stephanie Santoro and Lee Fossier from Onifest, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Joe.
All right, and tune in to Steve on Friday when we talk more entertainment stuff. All right, and Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and Leslie, thanks for coming in as well.
Well, thank you.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Stay tuned for Kim Garno. Blessings and good health is coming up after the 9 o'clock news right here on ON, AM, and FM.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio.